another. Mainstream media. Government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
I'm still trying to figure that one out. See, that's what I mean. I'm not mainstream because most people in this country had no problem when Bill Clinton got impeached for cheating on his wife, which to me, I don't condone it, but that I don't care. Just like right now, the other reason that I probably won't fit in good is I'm not religious enough to hold office in this country anymore. I don't have a minister. I don't go to church. So therefore, I probably don't have the type of values that they want to see in public office.
Well, at least you're not you're not a fake, and that's what matters. I mean, I'm sure you've read about the gay porn stars being shipped into the Bohemian Grove and into the White House mainstream news, and how the Republican senators are always caught in bathrooms and brothels with men, and of course they're all big churchgoers. Now, I think people want a Jesse Ventura, even if you're not religious like they are, because they just want somebody who's a straight shooter. They're tired of the crap.
Yeah, but I don't always agree with that either, Alex. I mean, you and I are going to differ on that. I don't believe that people of this country truly want the truth. Do you want a good example?
Tell me.
People say they want the truth. They stand up and they say they do. But when push comes to shove, I think they more want to be told what they want to hear rather than the truth. Case in point, Jose Canseco. He was the only baseball player who was telling the truth about the rampant use of steroids.
And they got mad at him. They got mad at him, and now he's been vindicated. Go ahead.
Right. But the point is, the public, the media, and the whole country hated Jose Canseco even after the truth came out. They're still dogging him. They still won't give him his due. They still won't say, gee, Jose, we owe you an apology. You were telling the truth.
I know you spoke out against steroids and how dangerous they are.
Well, to me, but it's irrelevant. You know, if baseball players want to use them, that's baseball's business. We don't need government hearings on it.
The point is they went after him and persecuted him when he was telling the truth.
Exactly.
And
so in the words of Jack Nicholson in A Few Good Men, I really believe you can't and not you, Alex, but the quote, you can't handle the truth.
No, I agree. I was saying the quote. Yeah.
I think that there's a great deal of honesty in that quote.
In fact, I want that as a soundbite. Governor, will you please say that again?
You can't handle the truth. But I'm stealing that from Jack Nicholson.
Absolutely. No, but that is it. But I think that's starting to change. You're right. We had milk and honey for so long. Our ancestors built, this continent, carved it out. They weren't perfect, but they were sure, daring and hardworking and piratical. And then now we got fat and decadent and thought that evil and corruption was cute. And I think the people are going to find out now with the economy that it's not cute.
Well, and I hate to say this, Alex, but you know what I'm happy about today? And it's a sad thing to be happy about.
What's that, Governor?
I'm happy that the people of America in their economy now are feeling some pain because of this war. The problem with this war from day one was that it took 5 years for the pain to get here. But now the pain has arrived because this war plays a big part in the horrible shape that our economy's in today. And it's taken this long and prices of $4 to $5 a gallon for gas to finally reach home with the American people, that maybe it'll wake them up and tell them that war is not a good thing, that war is not a profit maker, that it doesn't help your economy. In fact, it does the opposite. It destroys the economy.
Well, I agree with you, and as you said, the top economist, it's very simple. Dollar devaluation because of excess government spending and the banks creating too much liquidity, as well as the war driving speculation, is what is bringing us down into what mainstream media is now saying could be a depression. But still, you hear the neocons on radio saying, let's blow the hell out of Iran. And I've talked to liquor store owners and pizza place owners I know. They say that whenever there's a war, a bombardment, that they sell out of liquor and pizza, and these men go home and like feel some manly extension off of seeing cluster bombs being dropped on children. And I was thinking that this morning. In a sick way, all these decadent people that love the lies, love being bullies, love being part of this evil, do they think the way the universe works, that they can be supporting all this evil and that it isn't going to blow back on them?
I don't know, but I've always believed what goes around comes around, Alex. And we're going to get our comeuppance, I think, pretty quick here. If we don't change the path we're going on and start leading with diplomacy. That's the one thing I did like about Barack Obama, where he said that he would talk to our enemies, and yet he took all the heat for that. I don't understand why you get heat for talking with your enemy. You can always fight him. Fighting him is always that's the last option, and it always remains out there. But as I said, it should be the last option. A war is the result of failed political leadership. It's that simple. So all you people out there that are listening, George Bush's failed political leadership. That's why we're at war.
It's amazing. I want to take a few calls here with you, Governor Ventura,
Sure.
but in the 15 minutes we've got left, any other key points or things you want to impart to this audience?
No, not really. Just hopefully the wake-up call that people better start standing up and better start speaking out because, I'm getting tired of doing it and standing alone. Remember my second book, Alex, was Do I Stand Alone?
Well, Governor, listen, now hold on. And I know how it is to be frustrated, but...
I'm excusing you. You're the one voice out there. You take a tremendous amount of heat yourself. And I commend you for having the courage to continue what you do.
Oh, no, sir, I commend you. We appreciate you. But let me just...
No. Alex, you're doing just as much as me because you're on the air every day. I'm not on the air every day.
Well, I just want to say this. There is a tide in the fortunes of men when, taken at the flood, or I'm getting that backwards. There is a tide in the affairs of men. When taken at the flood leads on to fortune. That's a Julius Caesar quote. There is a tide in the affairs of men. When taken at the flood leads on to fortune. And the fortune you and I are after is liberty and freedom for our children and grandchildren, our progeny to come. And so I'm saying to you, you came early. You came before this thing really came to a head. Now you are right at that flashpoint, Governor Ventura, and we need somebody who's intelligent, who is manly, who is strong, who is the archetypal leader type, up there with the chiseled jaw and the intellect and the gruff voice, to be a leader during these times of crises. And we got Ron Paul and a few others, and so that's why I believe you're going to announce for the Senate. I hope your son says, "Dad, do it." I know it means 6 years in that nightmare pit of D.C., but you'll still be able to take some time off for fishing and going out and surfing.
Seeing my wife.
And seeing your wife. I mean, I understand you've already given a lot. I understand it was hellish being governor and being lied about and having your children being hunted by the media. But all I'm trying to say is this is history. This is history. You can't turn history down or your whole life up to this point being in this position. I think you're going to make the right decision tonight.
Well, there is no right or wrong decision.
Well, you've certainly already come out and talked about 9/11 and spoken out. I mean, you've already done your duty. I'm saying we need you to go above and beyond that.
Okay. Well, anyway, Alex, can we go to some calls?
Yes. I'm just lobbying you here, sir. My own
battle. You are. You're doing a good job.
We need you. I'm telling you, man. They're building. I mean, you know about the concentration camps they've built, right?
Yeah, I've heard about them.
No, I mean, it's in the Houston Chronicle. I've been to them. Bush admits in the John Warner Defense Authorization Act. He's going to pass that on to Barack Obama. You watch. Barack Obama or McCain are going to end up being sleepers. Let's go ahead and take calls for Governor Jesse Ventura. We're going to skip this break. Let's talk to Eric in Wisconsin. You're on the air. Go ahead.
How you doing, Mr. Ventura?
Hi, Eric. How are you today?
I'm breathing. Say, listen, I wanted to first off start by thanking you for what you've done so far for this country, and I want to say that you're a true American. I myself was in the military, and my MOS was 12 Bravo, so I also was sort of an explosives expert, and I agree fully with your views on 9/11.
So when you, having worked with demolition, when you watch those buildings, you see them like me, that they look like they're brought down with demo?
Honestly, I could not see anything besides that.
Really?
Buildings
it's
don't fall straight down.
It took me a while to get to that point, I think, because I was in denial. I didn't want to believe it.
Well, I don't think anybody did. I don't think anybody did. And I just want to say that whatever your decision is tonight, we respect you and we honor that decision, because I know family is a huge commitment. I do also want to say that, you know, we are in a monumental period in history where we can either look back on this and say, you know, man, I wish I would have done it, or we can look back and say, I wish I had.
Yeah, he's going to run. This is greatness right here. This is the make it or break it moment.
Alex, don't say that.
Mr. Ventura, you got many, many people backing you. And
well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You know what? He had the courage to come on this show and talk about 9/11. I know what's in you, Governor Ventura. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's no coward in Mr. Ventura whatsoever, and we need more people like that in office. And I know it's a huge sacrifice to be making for your family, but imagine what would happen if you didn't.